large, I think my old house could have fit right there next to the stairs. It had high ceilings, paneled walls, and the dark space was illuminated by only a few lights on the wall. A coldness crept into my bones, probably from my fear as well as the temperature. The inside felt almost as cold as the outside. "This is Teagan Harper." That was how the social services lady introduced me in what was the most frightening moment of my life. An elderly woman, who had to be Mrs. Marks, approached, taking my hands into her wrinkled ones. She wasn't as old as I was expecting, despite the gray hair which was pulled up into a bun. Her black dress looked like something women wore in the old days, like in those black and white films my mom had loved to watch. Her eyes, a dark blue, were kind, but really sad, too. "I'm very sorry for your loss, Teagan." I wanted to cry, but I knew that if I started, I might never stop. My lower lip trembled, and despite my best efforts, tears started leaking from the corners of my eyes. "Thank you." "Are you hungry?" My stomach answered for me. Mrs. Marks smiled. "This is Mr. Clancy, and he makes a mean sandwich. Let's get something in that belly." Her gaze then moved to the woman who had brought me, the kindness fading to anger. "Thank you for bringing her," were her only words before she touched my shoulder and led me away. Even I understood that had been a dismissal. Was she angry because the woman had been kind of abrupt? Mrs. Marks said to me, "I will be making a call. Her manner was completely unacceptable." I didn't know how to respond to that, so I remained silent. We entered the kitchen. There were 2 stoves, 3 refrigerators, and so much counter space my mom would have been tickled, since our kitchen had been very small. The memory caused a stabbing pain in my heart. "Do you have a preference for what's on your sandwich?" Mrs. Marks asked as she started toward the refrigerator. Mr. Clancy entered the kitchen and walked to one of the cabinets for a plate. "Ham and cheese is my favorite." "Well, you're in luck because that's one of my favorites, too." She poured me a glass of milk as Mr. Clancy prepared the sandwich. While I watched Mr. Clancy, Mrs. Marks settled on the chair next to me. "This is all very difficult, and I can't imagine what you're feeling right now, but please, if you need anything, I'm here." My eyes were leaking again, and my throat got so tight I didn't think I'd get any words past it. But I did manage to say, "Okay." "If you need to talk, I've been told I'm a great listener." I could only nod because speaking past the painful lump in my throat was now impossible. Mr. Clancy placed the plate in front of me, and I understood no words were expected as I dug into my sandwich. I couldn't eat the whole thing, even though my stomach was empty, so he wrapped the rest in case I got hungry later. Mrs. Marks led me to my room, a pink room fit for a princess. A canopy bed sat against the far wall. In my room, it would have taken up the entire space, and then some, but in this room it looked almost lost. The furniture was all old, not like from a dingy flea market, but beautiful pieces that surely belonged in a museum. A fire was burning in a big fireplace. "Your clothes have been put in the dresser and closet. Your nightgown is on the bed. There's a bathroom right through those doors. Towels are in the closet. Do you need anything else?" "No." Looking around the room, I felt like Alice in Wonderland, overwhelmed. Despite its size, it was cozy. "It's a pretty room." "I'm glad you like it. Sleep well, Teagan. I'll see you in the morning." She closed the door quietly behind her. Standing there in the prettiest room I had ever seen, I'd never felt more alone and afraid. Still dressed in my best clothes, I curled up in a ball on the bed and cried. And that was when he entered my life. I didn't know anyone had come into the room until I felt a small hand on my back. Lifting my head, I looked into the bluest eyes I had ever seen. He immediately took a few steps away from me. "I'm sorry about